I never thought a single day could make me feel completely invisible. But that day, I realized just how small I could become in someone else's world. It was my brother's big ceremony, a celebration I had dreamed of attending ever since I was a child. A day I thought would finally bring us closer, a day I thought we would laugh and share stories, just like we used to. I spent hours getting ready, choosing my outfit carefully, wanting to look perfect, wanting to show him that I cared. Because deep down, I believed family mattered. As I arrived at the venue, my excitement was electric. The decorations shimmered, laughter echoed through the hall, and there was that familiar smell of celebration in the air. But then, I froze. The guest list. I wasn't on it. Not even a mention. I stood at the entrance, clutching my bag, staring at the familiar faces passing by. Everyone was smiling, hugging, taking pictures, except for me. I called my brother, my voice trembling. Hey, I thought I was invited. There was silence on the other end. Then, a laugh, awkward, but almost sharp. Oh, you're here. It's fine. Go on in. Go on in. The words felt like a knife wrapped in silk. My stomach twisted. My heart shattered quietly, painfully, in a way no one could see. I forced a smile, pretending to understand, pretending not to notice the hurt searing through me. But inside, I was crumbling. I wandered along the edges of the crowd, watching my brother welcome everyone, laugh with old friends, share hugs and handshakes. And then, as if the universe had a sense of irony, he approached me. My pulse raced. Was this finally the moment we would reconnect? He looked at me, and then paused. His expression changed, his smile faltered. And then he said, in a tone dripping with faux charm, "Welcome, Admiral Hayes." I blinked. Confusion, shock, a twinge of fear. That greeting, it wasn't for me. It was for someone else. Someone important in his new world. And just like that, I realized I had been erased, replaced in the story of my own brother's life. I turned away, hiding my tears behind a forced smile, my mind spinning. How could the person who shared my childhood, my secrets, my laughter, treat me like a stranger? But what I didn't know that day was that the truth had a way of sneaking out, and that simple, sarcastic greeting would soon expose everything. Mid-conflict and betrayal. At first, I tried to brush it off. Maybe it was a misunderstanding, I told myself. Maybe he was overwhelmed. Maybe I was imagining things. But then the whispers began. A cousin approached me, eyes wide with disbelief. "Wait, you're not actually in the program. But everyone thought you were." I froze. The realization hit me like a wave crashing onto rocks. My brother had deliberately left me out. Not by accident, not by mistake. I felt a mix of anger, sadness, and betrayal that I couldn't even put into words. Every memory of our childhood flashed before my eyes. The secrets we shared, the fights we resolved together, the dreams we whispered to each other at night. And now, all of that seemed irrelevant to him. I tried to confront him. Later, away from the crowd, I said softly, "Why didn't you tell me I wasn't on the list?" His response was cold, almost dismissive. "You weren't needed." Things have changed. My chest tightened. Needed. I had always been there, standing by him. Always. And now, apparently, I wasn't. I left the room, finding solace in a quiet corner. I needed to think, to process the storm of emotions crashing inside me. How could someone I loved erase me so effortlessly? How could someone I trusted treat me like I didn't matter? But amidst the heartbreak, something stirred inside me, a quiet, fiery strength. I refused to let this humiliation define me. I refused to let his betrayal destroy my sense of self. I started observing him more closely, noticing the small cracks in his carefully constructed image. The way he smiled at people he barely knew, trying too hard to charm them. The way he overcompensated when he spoke, as if the world needed to believe in his perfection. And then it happened. That same greeting, "Welcome, Admiral Hayes," kept echoing in my mind. It wasn't just sarcastic. It was careless. A slip. A glimpse into his duplicity. I began asking questions, piecing together whispers from friends, coworkers, even staff at the venue. Slowly, the picture became clear. He had built an entire story around someone else, someone he wanted to impress. He had staged the ceremony to shine in front of them, leaving me, his own sister, in the shadows. I felt a surge of both anger and clarity. This wasn't just betrayal. This was exposure. And I realized that if I handled this carefully, the truth would speak louder than any resentment I could express. Ending, revenge, climax and moral. The opportunity came sooner than I expected. A close friend had recorded snippets of the ceremony, all the greetings, all the laughter, all the interactions. And there it was, the truth, unfiltered. My brother's favoritism, his calculated charm toward the Admiral, his erasure of me, all caught on tape. I didn't confront him in anger. I didn't scream. I simply let the truth do what words could not. I shared the recording with a few key family members, people whose opinions mattered to him. And the reactions were immediate. Shock, confusion, and a subtle tension that he couldn't smooth over with charm this time. Why wasn't she on the list? Someone asked during a family gathering. He stammered, tried to deflect, but every eye was on him. And that's when I spoke, calmly, with a quiet strength I hadn't known I possessed. I was never erased by accident. I was never invisible by mistake. But the truth doesn't lie. The room went silent. For the first time, he was exposed. His carefully curated image shattered. He couldn't charm or manipulate his way out. He had left me in the shadows, but now, the spotlight was mine. I didn't gloat. I didn't celebrate his humiliation. Instead, I walked away, feeling lighter, freer. Because revenge isn't about hurting someone else, it's about reclaiming your own power, your own dignity, your own voice. That day taught me something invaluable. Family doesn't always act as you expect, and betrayal can come from the closest hearts. But strength comes from truth, resilience, and the courage to let the world see what you see. Even when someone erases you, you can write yourself back into the story. Even when someone tries to diminish your worth, the truth has a way of exposing them. And even when heartbreak strikes, it can lead you to a place of strength you never knew existed. I learned that day, standing amidst whispers and stares, that no ceremony, no greeting, no act of betrayal can take away the person you are, unless you let it. And I would never let that happen again.